Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're jumping down into the world of Bitcoin, taking a look at what's been going on most recently with the price action and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Now if you have not yet joined us in Discord, the link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check that out today. And in the description down below, you'll also find links to the new Cheeky podcast, a fantastic way of staying up to date with absolutely everything crypto on your daily commute to the office. So why not check that one out as well if that is your bag. And of course, our Patreon services are also in the description down below if that is your bag as well. Okay, let's waste no more time, right? Let's get into this. Right, Bitcoin paired up with USDT on the hourly chart and Binance is the data source. Now, as we were kind of talking about yesterday, you know, with our expectations of trying to get a fifth wave up higher and, you know, basically completing an expanding flat correction, obviously things kind of got out of hand. So we can obviously see that we did invalidate a five-wave impulsive structure to the upside, but instead we do have this higher move than we were when we did our video yesterday. We had this double top here, this is bearish signal, we took back down, we pushed back up higher. Now, all of this could be an ending diagonal and we could kind of mark that out as over here as kind of complete, or alternatively we're actually still in this macro wave 2, right? So there's two options here, so pretty much the same as yesterday because nothing's really been cleared up as such. So essentially we've kind of got the scenario where we have this expanding kind of flat correction. Here's a 5-wave ending diagonal move, okay, and then we've kind of got our, let me find it right in here somewhere. So we have this one just here with our 3-wave move and then an additional 3-wave move just over here over the weekend. So basically it's a 3-3-5 and it expands, okay. So if I were to remove this out, delete that out, delete that one, and delete this one, and just grab an ABC, you kind of go up with an A, down with a B, where the B goes down lower than the A wave started, and then up here with a C, which goes up higher than our A wave, right? And it's a 3-3-5, you know, so it's an expanding, you know, 3-wave structure. Now that's a possible scenario, but I wasn't expecting a diagonal end. I was expecting more of a 5-wave impulsive structure to the upside. So again, that kind of throws things out a little bit, and we're incredibly close as well. You know, a bit higher, it's definitely on the higher side of things for $20,918, that being the invalidation point for this, you know, expanding flat. Right now, if I take this, you can kind of see that our expectations would have been somewhere around here at about 20,350 too. So, you know, it was very, very close and a little bit overextending beyond that. It's fine, it hasn't invalidated, it's still a possible option. Alternatively, of course, we actually have a 3-wave structure that's much bigger than we maybe thought it was, right? And that basically comes down here like this. And what we're looking for is to go up higher than $20,918, okay? And this basically would be our wave 2 correction, not yet finished, okay? And the only way to really have this wave 2 confirmed as finished is to basically drop down lower than 18,626. So if I remove this little dash line just here, you kind of see these two lines. Basically, Bitcoin is trading between these two areas, and until we go up higher than 20,918 or down lower than 18,626, we're in a state of well, we're in a position where we can see both scenarios. Both are valid until one of those scenarios is proven to be invalid. Okay, so right now we are waiting for either the price to push up higher than 20,918 or drop down lower than 18,626. Now, the expanding flat correction would basically be the one that would basically tell us that we are, you know, we have finished our wave 2. That finished over here, for example, and the expanding flat is basically a wave 2 of this this move coming down, i.e. this little wave 2 just over here. So that wave 2 obviously cannot cross higher here. So what we're waiting for is to see whether or not we can get a good structure to the move to the downside, right? We were tracking a 5-wave move at one point. We were looking for a small bounce upwards, but that was invalidated. So now we're looking to see whether or not we're going to get any traction to the downside anytime soon. So right now we're waiting for one of these two things to happen, right? And taking a look at the momentum indicator here for the stochastic RSI, specifically on the hourly and the 4-hourly, they've got some room to grow. So we might actually see this go up higher, meaning that we can confirm our wave 2 is not yet complete, and it's just a big 3-wave move that's taken quite a bit of time to actually play out. On the 8-hour, we're overbought, and on the daily, we're right back up into this overbought area, indicating a big drop is likely to come. So regardless to which one of these scenarios we want, the direction of the trend is still down. The direction of the move is basically telling us that we are likely to see some significant room to the downside very, very soon. The only question is whether or not we're going to push up higher ever so slightly, maybe even pierce $21,000 before we drop down significantly, okay? So that's the only question that we have here. We do know that downward price action is incredibly likely. We believe that to be completely true. The only way to basically invalidate such a move would essentially be to come all the way up here at $29,282, right? It's the only way to prevent further downside from an Elliott wave theory perspective within the wave counts, because of course we could still be in this macro wave 4, right? This is also still technically possible until we drop down lower than 17,622. Okay, so we've got to be very open to the idea that actually everything that's going on here, this could be our wave 2 move, just this kind of complex sideways trade. We then drop down into this wave 3, we then have a wave 4. Now, because this looks relatively, this could be, let's say it looks like it could be complex, okay? If this is a wave 2, it ends over here somewhere, and this would be incredibly complex, which means wave 4 would be very, very simple, and we should be able to enjoy a very simple wave 4 corrective move. But for now, that's kind of where we are. We're waiting for one of these two things. The only question is whether or not we've got the room to the upside first. And based on the momentum behind the hourly and the 4-hourly stochastic RSIs, I would say yes, it's possible, but I wouldn't be wanting to enter into any more long positions. We obviously took advantage of this move yesterday, within our Patreon area, but I don't think it's really worth the risk right now on jumping on any more long trades. What I would want to do here is just see us move, either up higher than this $918 or start to see a 5-wave structural move to the downside where we can take advantage of shorting the market if we wanted to. But obviously, I'm not a leverage trader. I don't use leverage. So again, use that at your own risk. Now, also, just to bear in mind and to kind of give everyone a bit of a gentle reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot offer you financial advice. All I can do is give you my thoughts and opinions on the data in the charts as I see it. Nothing in this video should be considered as financial advice. You absolutely must, or should do, is actually, do your own research. You should consult your own financial advisor if you have one before you go ahead and buy anything that I talk about in these videos. So on that note, right, so Bitcoin here on our hourly chart, it is kind of going to be confirming one of these moves, I believe, within the next 1 to 2 days. At least with the hope there that we see significant drop down. Now, when we come up into our daily view here, you can really start to see the scope of this pullback, right? So here you can see obviously the $69,000 high. You can see this break back down now. 13,970 is our wave 1 high. So even all of this is still possible to be a wave 4. And a wave 5 is still to come from an Elliott wave theory perspective. Wave 3 in that case would have to be $69,000, okay? Again, a very short point there, but it is still possible. So note that this looks like a 3-wave drop, and it is a 3-wave drop, but it is overextending. I think we've come down a little bit higher than the 1.382 at the moment, and the worry here is whether or not the drop to the downside can basically turn this into an impulsive structure to the downside. So we have 1, 2 up here, 3 coming down here, 4, then 5, right? So that's the worry. But hopefully that won't happen, and we can avoid those kind of things. But essentially, these are the options. For now, I'm going to leave this over here because I think I would prefer a whole new structure to the upside to appear at a later date. Okay guys, I am going to leave the video there. If you have found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe? Tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.